Good morning, everyone. Oh, my day did not start off well. I mean, it's not bad, but I'm disappointed. And I thought, this is part of the process. This is part of reborn life. You need to share the good stuff and you need to share the not so good stuff. So let's start with some of the good stuff. This baby. I am not sure what the heck is going on here. And I truly have not experienced this very often. But this baby has more layers than any of the other babies that I've made, and it is still ghostly pale, and it's just not having reborn magic here yet. But everybody knows when you're reborning babies, your middle name has to be flexible and you got to go with the flow. So I'm not worried. We're going to liven her up. It's just going to take a little longer. She just is a baby that wants a lot of layers and a lot of attention. So that is going to happen. Not worried about it. This is not the bad thing that happened today. So these are the haunted circus babies. My original plan was to make them twins and make them look very alike. I kind of want to give two people a chance. I think they turned out super cute. They haven't had their finishing touches, the detail work. They still need to get their hair mapped. They need to be rooted and glossed and all that good stuff. But the bulk of the painting is done and I'm super happy with that. So the prototype baby, things are not going well. So, things were swimming along. I was really happy with the baby. Got the baby done, did toenails, did fingernails, did eyebrows, mapped out hair, went to go seal it. I was sealing up the eyebrows with a thick varnish and left the pot of it here. And then I had my matte varnish for the rest of the baby in my texturizing sponge, and I was going through the baby, and I think what may have happened was I dipped my sponge in the thick medium a few times, not realizing it, because the pots were exactly the same size and they look exactly the same and they were next to each other. And the reason why I think that is because the limbs look okay, the face not so great, and there are some places that are super thickly textured and some places that aren't. And I've done this a lot, so that's not something you see unless there's a mistake. So I think that I made an error and the baby is heavily textured. I did make an attempt to buff that out. I baked 2 more times. I did everything that I could think of to kind of tone it down a little bit, and it's not working. This is her face. She's pretty. I think she's super, super pretty. I'm so happy with her coloring. Her hair mapping turned out great. Now, I understand that this is a little bit more than hair mapping. This is not what you have to do. This is what I do because it helps me root, but this is not something that you have to do. This is like extra and not necessary. Heck, this baby probably is good to go just like this. If I were going to sell this baby with this kind of hair, I would probably do a little paint over pencil and give it a little bit more depth. But this is, to me, this is cute. And this is a little bit thicker than I want for a prototype. We're not selling a reborn, we're selling an idea or a vision of what this sculpt could look like. So you want to appeal to a lot of people. For me, this isn't my A game. So I'm going to have to start from scratch. I'm starting all over again. I'm going to be in a little bit of a time crunch now. That doesn't mean that I'm going to rush through. I have enough time that I don't have to rush through, but before I had a lot of padding, I had a lot of margin, and now I don't have that margin. So I'm going to have to be a little more efficient with my time, basically. But I decided I'm going to take this whole weekend to get a lot of the work done and just put all my other projects to the side and just focus on this and nothing else until this is done. So that's kind of what happens, right? I'm excited anyway. I loved painting this baby and I don't mind painting this baby again. And who knows, maybe the second time will be even better. I have a feeling it will, because now I kind of know her her real estate. I'm bummed, but that's the way it is, you know. You sign up for this and you show up for this. So I'm going to get to work on this baby. I'll keep you updated. It's late for me. It's like 8:30 at night. I'm out of my studio. I don't usually work at night, but with the Dolly thing happening and a couple of other weird things happening, it has just been kind of a crap day. I tell ya, I just cannot seem to get it right today. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it takes a toll. So I have that baby with some blue modeling on in the oven. I'm not going to be working on the other babies. I'm just going to be working on that baby. But I had to get myself sorted out because I was feeling poorly. I just was, yeah, disappointed. A couple of things happened with that sculpt that I'm not real happy about. Don't know why, but things happen for a reason. So I'm going to just try to focus on that. Things happen for a reason. It's all going to be okay. It's all going to work out. I know it is. I sent a little email over to Germany to hopefully get a new sculpt. But I am still going to continue painting that baby. And while I'm waiting for that baby to cook and cool, I gave myself permission to have a little retail therapy. I don't usually respond to retail therapy, but today was an exception, mostly because I just needed to get out of the house, get a change of scenery. Yeah, we went out, we had a nice lunch, we sat outdoors next to a fountain, and we just kind of had our lunch. There were no people around. It was an odd time to eat lunch. And then we had to go buy a few things for our trip. We're leaving to Tennessee on the 17th, and we just needed a few things. Ran into Old Navy to grab my son a pair of shorts and a couple t-shirts. And I got myself one of those kind of big t-shirty dresses. It's real comfortable because I like to fly comfortably. And they were on sale, so it's great. And they had some baby stuff on sale. Here's a little mini haul just to show you what I got. I got this cute little striped t-shirt. I wish they would have had it in newborn. I'm so bummed that they didn't. But I got this 0 to 3 month, and that's gonna work out okay. And lately I've been crushing on the bunnies, man. I just love everything bunny. And I've decided from now on, whenever I find anything on sale or like the post Easter sales, I'm just gonna buy lots of bunny stuff. I'm digging that. I got this cute little dress. It wasn't on sale, but still adorable. Look at this. I love the colors. It's cotton, it's lined, it's yummy. I like this a lot. There's a buttery yellow one and a pretty gray one. I wish they sold more pajamas in just plain colors. I don't need all the animals and dinosaurs and Mommy's Little Helper. I like this. Just nice, makes me happy. Soft, cotton, simple. So I grabbed those up. I may shrink them because they're kind of on the big side. I got this guy. This is their 0 to 3 months. And then I got their up to 7 pounds. So this is their preemie. They're a little big for 0 to 3 months in preemie. But aren't those sweet little elephants? I like this a lot. And they didn't have the size I wanted, but still nice and simple. No silliness on the booty. Love that. And I got, you know, 2s of some things. More bunnies. Look at this. I would have gotten more, but they only had 1. And I know this is meant to be Eastery, but to me, it's just baby. Babies and bunnies. I love it. I got 2 of these little spring. Let's see, what size is this? 0 to 3, and this is, what is this? Oh no, did I get a big one? This is 0 to 3. Oh, this is up to 7, and this is a 0 to 3. These are awful big for those sizes. Maybe their sizes just run big at Old Navy and Gap. I don't know, but it feels like they run big. But you know, you can always pop them in the wash in hot and shrink them down, and they'll fit nice and cozy. Here's another cute one. Look at this one. Isn't this sweet? I love this. That's just, I think this is a 0 to 3. This is a 0 to 3. Look at how long that is. I like having footy pajamas, a whole basket full for babies. Here's a cute one. That's up to 7 pounds. That almost looks newborny to me, but it's just happy. And I was thinking about if I did some haunted circus babies, that I would actually cut the feet off or add big balls to the toes. Cut the feet off, put some trim, do a cute little maybe tulle skirt, a little neck trim. This could be super cute. I just like the colors. They're very happy. 2 more to go. This one's a little preemie one. Again, I think we could probably fit a newborn in that. Just little animals in pink. I make a lot more girls than boys, so I always have a lot more girl clothes. More bunnies, and this was on clearance, and it was $3. Man, if they had more of those, I'd have bought them up. But they only had one. Just more bunnies. I just love those bunnies. So yeah, that was my little mini haul, and it was nice. I'm not much of a shopper, but when I get a good deal, it puts me in a good mood. And I like having my closet stocked with basics like onesies and footy pajamas and sweaters. I love sweaters. If I ever find a sweater sale, I jump on that. Now I gotta go pull that baby out of the oven and keep painting. I wasted time shopping and eating lunch. I gotta get to work. We'll see you in a little bit. What is it? I think you can go through that tunnel. Whoa, look at this, Elliot. And I finished Little Leah by Rachel Smith. It was a little prototype baby. The backstory is that Rachel entered a contest with Poop and Tromlin in Germany, and she won, and they turned her sculpt into vinyl babies, into kits. And pretty exciting. And I know her from a forum, and I sent her an email and said, you know, I'd love to prototype that baby. And she asked me to send some of my work, and I did, and she liked it. And so she said, yeah, let's do it. I'm not the only artist that prototyped. She also did one too, and a couple of other artists. But I was one of them, and I was very honored to do it. She is a pleasure to work with. Poop and Tromlin, Sarah over there, pleasure to work with. Super nice people. As I finished painting the doll completely, I did kind of ethnic skin tones, and then I went to go texture the baby. So I stripped that baby and started all over again. And this is how it turned out, and I really loved it. And I also want to give you another chance to see this sculpt up close. It's super cute. Look at these feet. They're so sweet, and look at how tiny they are. They're so little. Oh my goodness. Legs are very delicate, really sweet. And I really like the way it turned out. Here is a hand. That's what they look like. Super sweet baby. I like the color. I like everything about it. However, when I baked this baby, this happened. This may have been from me stripping the baby. There may have been a chemical reaction. I'm not sure, but that kind of isn't acceptable. I kind of freaked out and sent Sarah an email and said, oh my gosh, look what happened. And she said, no problem, we'll just send you another sculpt. While I was waiting for the sculpt to come in, I went ahead and rooted the baby and painted it because I was already at that point anyway. And I didn't finish, obviously, because the sculpt came in before I finished, but it happened here on the head too. And it is a really sweet baby. The painting turned out marvelous on this baby. I really like it. And my plan was to keep rooting. I had done the painted hair and then I just wanted to root over it. Too pretty. So they sent me a new sculpt, no problem. And I finished that baby and I'm gonna get her dressed now. So I went in another direction and decided to do a blonde baby. While I was waiting for my sculpt to come, I got a sneak peek at what other artists were doing, and they were doing darker babies. Some with darker skin tones and all of them with darker hair. So I decided, let's have some variety, and I did a blonde baby. And just did a tiny, tiny bit of underpainting that complemented the hair on top. And it gave a little extra depth. Face. Look at that face. I'm just gonna put her in this super plain cotton cream colored gown. And when I do photography, I will probably change her t-shirt to white, or maybe just not put a t-shirt on at all, because remember, her body is white. But I had just put her t-shirt on this morning because I tried on a couple of other outfits, and I thought just for the video I would leave it on. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to photograph her in. I did embellish this gown with some rosettes and some ribbon, and I may use this, but I may use other things. I have a few things. I also made a gown that I sewed myself. Look, but I really like this ivory. I think it complements any baby. Look at that sweet little hand. Oh my goodness, that's cute. I made this little gown for her. A little bit of vintage lace. This is some really soft muslin, made it really long. And I made a matching hat, a little matching pixie hat, same color, kind of like a dusty coral. And then I have these cute little pajamas that I found at Old Navy that I just like. It's a cream and it's springy, and I think it looks pretty. And then I made her a couple of hats, and I made these out of a sweater that I bought. And I'm probably gonna go with this one. Who knows, when I do photography, what's gonna look good, what's gonna work, but I think this hat will. I have a friend who collects, and she puts all of her babies in bonnets, little knit bonnets, and it just makes me so happy whenever I see her babies. And I thought this baby would look really cute in a bonnet. Their little bare feet. There she is. I think she turned out really cute. It's very fair skin, which is not something I usually do. I usually don't do fair blonde babies, but I'm glad I did. Face. I mean, this is a first-time sculpt for Rachel, and I think she did an amazing job for a first baby. Really, really pretty. And I think these sculpts are going to be released, I want to say first week in June. I will be filming this way before I edit and post the video, so I'm pretty sure that by the time you see it, these babies will be available where you can order them in Germany. I hope she does well. She's such a pretty face. I'm gonna give you one more look. One more look. Sweet baby. I'm so glad and so honored Rachel allowed me to do this. And I look forward to seeing more babies by her. Have a super great day, everyone.